Hello, yes, Andy Burnham and the rest. Andy Burnham's deceit and manipulation. He's deceiving the people of this country, and especially those people of Manchester and the relatives of those who've been made at the Manchester Arena. He's deceiving them that it's a terrorist attack. Not once has he used the word Muslim or Islamic. Oh no. It was a terrorist attack. And from that, it's now gone from terrorist attack to, let's suppose, hate. That's right, don't let hate divide us. Not once has he mentioned the real threat that's real and present in this country, and he knows who it is. If he's the mayor of Manchester, he'll be privy to a lot more than what we are. Trust me, right? He'll know what's going on in the city of Manchester. He'll know that there's an alien fifth column there that hates us and wants to destroy us. And he's coming out with nonsense like, don't let them divide us. Let's oppose hate. So not once has he used the word Muslim or Islamic when he knows that's who it's down to. It's not down to just some solitary terrorist who doesn't know why he's doing it. He just wants to divide us and spread hate. What a load of nonsense. And that's the deceit from the likes of Andy Burnham and co. And also that Chief Constable of Manchester, Ian Hopkins. He's another one. He's more concerned about hate crimes occurring after the bombing at the Manchester Arena and the slaughter of the innocent little children. Those that are alive now, there's many with missing limbs, burnt faces, missing eyes. It's appalling. But he's more concerned about hate crime. And you know, if there is any hate crime towards Muslims, then can you blame it? Can you blame the people? Not that I believe that's the answer. The answer is to not vote for people like Andy Burnham and all those that are deceiving you as well as manipulating you. Of course they're manipulating you. Andy Burnham's talking about, let's go about our business like nothing's happened. Don't let them divide us. Be strong. Hold hands, have a cuddle, have a vigil, have a cry. And I can understand people with this sort of emotional outpourings. I don't condemn anyone that wants to go down there and, you know, lay a teddy bear on the ground or, you know, have a kiss and a cuddle and a cry with their loved ones. I don't blame anyone for doing that, because the people of this country, they're leaderless at the moment, but they're being manipulated. They're being deceived about the true nature of the attack. Then they're being manipulated on how to react to the attack. We know what should be done. It's what Phil Campion said, the SAS guy, on Sky News. I'll leave that clip at the end again. That we have to go and get these people, and you either deport them, lock them up, or, you know, take them out, whatever. It's black and white now. They're killing our children. The time for talking's over, and the man's spot on. I'll guarantee Mr. Phil Campion won't be on Sky News again. They won't be going to him for an opinion again. I can assure you, right? But the man was right. He was spot on. Bravo. But anyway, the likes of Andy Burnham and that Chief Constable, Ian Hopkins, they're deceiving and manipulating the people of this country, the people of Manchester, and the relatives of those that have been made at the Manchester Arena. The deceit is, let's fool the public as to the true nature of the attack. It's not Islamic or Muslim. It's some lone terrorist crackpot that just wants to divide us. What a load of nonsense. Then let's manipulate the people that the way to deal with this terrorist attack, the way to react, is not to sit up and start asking questions, right? But is to have sing-songs, listen to poetry being recited, hold hands, kisses and cuddles. And like I've said, I don't blame anyone for expressing their emotions in that way, because people are leaderless, and it was a traumatic event. There's no doubt about it, especially for those that were there. And if people want to express their emotions in that way, you know, you can't knock them. Like I've said, our people are scared, they're leaderless. Well, we've got to take over now. We've got to provide leadership for them. That's our job now. But the main aim of this video is to just show one thing here. Andy Burnham and co. and that Ian Hopkins, Chief Constable of Manchester, probably know. They know more murder is on its way. And they know they've only got so many bites of the cherry where Hate's dividing us. Stand up and be counted. Go about your business. Kisses, cuddles, hugs, teddy bears like candles. There've only so many goes with that one before eventually the people of this country see it for what it is that it's going to be totally ineffective in stopping these lunatics, right? Ask yourself this. You've got people that are planting bombs deliberately to murder and maim children. What sort of mindset that is, God knows. It's one that you can't reason with, like Phil Campion said. But anyway, they're murdering our children in such a bestial way. And our response, again, it's not the public's fault. It's those deceiving them and manipulating them, like Andy Burnham and that Chief Constable Ian Hopkins, Greater Manchester. What must the response be from the jihadis when they're watching us crying and holding hands, and our so-called leaders are saying, don't let them divide us, don't let hate conquer us, love will conquer hate, that's right. What must they think that's the response to from us for murdering, our children? What do you think they think of us? Well, they must just think we've gone insane. They must think that we're no longer the people that went over into India, the British Raj, or Afghanistan with a Lee Enfield 303 and a big bayonet on the end and subjugated their grandfathers or great-great-grandfathers or whoever. They must now see we're not that people no more. We're a coward and scared and frightened people. Not for much longer though, trust me. So that's the reaction. They must be looking at us thinking, is this all they can do? Have vigils and cry and cuddle and kiss? And again, I'm not knocking anyone for doing that. But what must the jihadis be thinking? Well, I know what they're thinking. They can't wait till the next one arrives and they kill more children or whoever, right? So, Andy Burnham, Ian Hopkins, the Chief Constable of Manchester, and many, many others, you're only going to have one or two more, maybe three at the most, bites of the cherry on that one, where you can deceive and manipulate the British people. And after that, when the British people see through it, right, you're going to feel their wrath and anger. Trust me, you are. Okay, thank you. Hello, I'd like to further add to this video. I did intend to mention it, but I got sidetracked. Is that from the beginning, none of them, Andy Burnham, Ian Hopkins, Chief Constable of Manchester, none of them have used the word Muslim or Islamic terrorist. They've opted for the word just terrorist. But it's gone from, as I've said, from terrorist now to hate. Let's oppose hate. Don't let hate divide us. And this is a despicable move from the likes of Andy Burnham and Ian Hopkins, the Chief Constable of Greater Manchester. It's a despicable move because in people's minds they will... the word hate is all about hate crimes, isn't it? Yes, white racism. That's what they've done here in a despicable way, because that's the only word for it. They know quite well that if it is hate and racism, they know who it's directed against, right? But no, they've twisted it in a despicable way. They've removed the word terrorist and replaced it with hate. And in people's minds, hate is all about hate crimes, white racism against non-whites, right? That's what they've done here, these despicable people. Christ, what are we dealing with? Well, we know what we're dealing with. We've got a ferocious, wicked enemy that's planting bombs and killing children. And we've got a despicable, cowardly liberal elite ruling over us. But like I've said, the people will be seeing through your despicable acts of deceit and manipulation, and you will feel their wrath and anger, right? Trust me, you will. The likes of myself and many other good people that are genuine care, we genuinely care, we're patriots, we love our country, we love our people. We're going to give our people leadership. We're going to give it back to them. And we're going to lead them where we know they have to go. And like I've said, you're going to feel their wrath and anger one day. You despicable people. Okay, thank you.
Phil, that you were in the SAS, and you've got a good understanding of the way the military might be feeling, learning today that they are going to be potentially deployed in some significant numbers.
Yeah, and for me it's a lot more black and white there aren't as many issues for me. We've now got people whose intent was to do harm and have actually carried out, and they've killed our children. So if you say that one line to yourself, you have killed our children, it then becomes a bit more black and white. And I think people are missing the point here. People are trying to go down too many avenues. We have people in this country who are actively targeting and killing our children. Okay, that's it, bust. No more, no less. And they have done that, and they have proved that they can do that now. And I don't have any time for anybody who's saying to me, oh, we should be giving them a bit more time, we should do this, we should do that, we should do the other. No, we now have to act. We have to do something, and we have to do something quickly.
Okay, I sense your emotion. Practically, what would you do?
I think that, all these people that have shown intent, no matter how big or how small, whether it be a photograph waving a black flag, or whether it be, turning up to a demo and holding a placard. I think if you've got stuff on your phone, if you're arrested, if you have stuff on your phone or your IP addresses, a reeking of this stuff, this ideological rubbish, okay, you need to be dealt with straight away. And when I say dealt with, that means you go back to wherever you came from, or alternatively, you're locked up.
Well, if you're
and the
born
key
in
is
the
thrown away.
UK. What if you were born in the UK?
You're locked up.
A lot of these people were born in the UK. Where do they come from?
That's fine. Doesn't matter. Well, they can go to prison. They can stay here, but they can go to prison. They are no longer required in society.
You can't jail people. Sorry, Phil Campion, but the danger is, of course, there's understandable indignation. People are angry, but there's a danger, and we've seen it before. There's a potential danger that if you, in the eyes of some people, overreact, start jailing people without necessarily reaching a sufficiently robust evidential test. In other words, just throwing people in prison because you think they're dodgy. You create a massive backlash, and the problem only then gets worse. It's a temporary fix.
No, it's not a temporary fix. And at the moment, you stand in front of one of those poor children's parents, and you tell them, you say to them, well, we knew who he was on the radar, but we didn't do anything because it would only be a temporary fix. No, he's now killed, and there's more stacking up to do the same thing. And if we don't identify it, if we don't grip it, and if we don't put other people off from doing it, we're going to hit this thing time and time again. Now is the time to do something about it. They've taken it up to the next level. You can't say that was a crossfire. You can't say that these children were just, happened to be there. They went there because there was children involved. They could have picked any other event. They could have picked any other place to do it. They picked it because there was children there. They have targeted and killed our children. And when you say that, all these other solutions just go straight out.